Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Put Me Over Podcast, episode 71. I am your host, Andrew Gomez, a.k.a. The Mez, joined today by my lovely, wonderful, beautiful co-host. To my left, we have the 10th wonder of the world, the puncher of walls, Dicklicious himself, Richard Garcia.
Hello, everyone.
Cool. And also joining us, you know him, you love him. He is the Pinoy powerhouse, Byron Pagdalao.
Sup, fuckers?
There
How
it is.
How are you?
Good, man. Just still having a little bit of a happy birthday hangover.
Ooh, how was your birthday?
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was pretty rad.
Happy 69th.
Yes,
Ooh.
69th birthday, yes. Yeah, I just, I've done so much. And it's going to keep going. I'm going to Havasu. This podcast you're listening to is actually going to be released extra early because I got to edit it, have it out, and then I'm going to be leaving to Havasu in the morning with some of my good buddies. So, yeah, a lot going on. I went to bar wrestling last night.
How was that?
Oh, dude, it was so awesome. Sean, who was our guest last week, got me a ticket for my birthday for that show, and we had a blast, man. I've never been to the Bootleg Theater. I've always gone to the one in Baldwin Park, and it's like so much more professional in the Bootleg Theater. They actually have like
Sound.
Like not just like two 15-inch speakers. It's like a real thing, real sound system. They have like lighting. The AC is on.
Whoa.
It's
luxury.
Yeah, it's super luxurious.
Oh, wow.
If you drove by it, like you would totally miss it because it's kind of like a
It's in a ratchet area, too.
super ratchet area. But other than that, I mean, John Hannigan was there. There's Johnny Nitro,
Johnny Mundo.
Juni Mundo, John Morrison. He had a mixed tag with Taya, his wife. And then Jake Atlas and Vanessa from the Killer Bass. And then Jarvis. Jarvis Cotton Belly is like one of my new favorite wrestlers now. He's fucking awesome. Have you seen him, Dick?
No, I haven't, actually.
Hell of a name, though.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like, I don't even know how to describe him. He reminds me a lot of like El Generico.
Oh.
Okay.
He's just like, but he's like a really happy dude. Like that's his gimmick. He comes out to Mr. Brightside.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm already sold.
I'm sold.
And he like throws sunflowers out to the crowd. He's so awesome.
Oh, that's easy gimmick.
It was funny. Like there was a lot of comedy spots, so like it was a lot of fun. But also like it like hit hard too. Like PP Ray, which is Peter Avalon, and who's the other guy he tags with? They had like a lot of gay spots. It was really funny.
I'm always over for gay spots.
Jake Atlas, the one gay guy, didn't have any gay spots, but all the other guys did, and it was super funny. We had a good time. Yeah, bar wrestling. Check it out if you're in the SoCal area. We're actually really spoiled. I was talking to someone, and Southern California just has so much good wrestling that we can just kind of hit a show like on a random weekend, whether it be like bar wrestling, PWG, GCW, PCW. You can hit a show at like Santino Brothers, Suburban Street Fight. Like there's a lot of cool shit to do out here. Not to mention like all the big shows come here too as well. So good times. Hell yeah. So yeah, celebrated my 69th birthday, and we got a lot to talk about, a lot going on in the world of wrestling. But before we get into that, let's give it up to our sponsor, LaPelia.com. If you're ever in the market for some wrestling merchandise, look no further. Go to LaPelia.com. They got the latest and greatest in all things. If you're looking for like a lapel pin, they got some sick-ass lapel pins. I have this. Have you seen this one yet, Byron? It's
this one's cute.
It's a
Beast
Brock Lesnar from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that's what that dick on his chest is.
Yeah, but it's Brock Lesnar. I got a Pickle Ric Flair pin.
Oh, this one's gnarly.
A lot of cool shit coming from those guys. So make sure you check them out. Use our promo code PUTMEOVER, and in turn, that website will put you over, and you'll get 20% off your entire order. Act now because supplies are limited on a lot of shit. They just released some Villain Enterprise pins that look fucking awesome. For $30, you get 5 pins. Definitely check that out because that's gonna sell out probably by the time this episode's out. But keep an eye on them. Go to their Instagram. Put on notifications if you want to. Also, got to put ourselves over. Go to putmeover.com for all of your Put Me Over merchandise. Use our promo code FLACCID for 15% off your entire order there. I got my fancy Put Me Over canteen, as you can see. Really, all you have to do is buy a sticker and a canteen, and there you go. It's so professional done. That's going to do for the plugs. Not a lot to plug. But if you want to be featured here, give us a shout out. Hit us up on the gram. We're always looking for new sponsors. We don't ask for a lot of money. We don't really ask for anything. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. I'm just a businessman.
Wow. Well
Woo! Anyways,
how are you guys doing at the King in the Ring brackets? So I was just looking into that.
I'm busted.
Are you already?
I'm busted.
Let me look.
But I booked a way better King of the Ring, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, let's get into the news. Let's get into some Dick's Dirty News. Take it away, Dick.
Oh, man. So this AEW train is never going to end, apparently. I mean, 10-9 and 10-16, the second and third shows for AEW in Boston and Philadelphia, respectively, both have sold out. For those that aren't aware, the October 9th show in Boston, 7,200 seat building, and in Philadelphia at the Le Chorus Center, 10,000 building, both sold out in minutes.
Holy shit!
I mean, and this hype is real for AEW.
Because that's what I was worried about for them. They were going to sell out their first couple shows, and then it was kind of die down. But if they're still selling out
you
in
would
minutes,
think, right?
That's huge. That's a big deal.
Well, I mean, really more like hours, but still, the point is that as soon as they go on sale, they're sold out.
You got to buy them like that day, otherwise you're going to miss out.
You got to buy them that hour, basically. You got to be ready for them. But yeah, the hype train is real, and who knows what's going to happen as far as like when will this end? And then you got October 23rd and October 30th announced as well, and they're going to go on sale this Friday. The 23rd show is going to be in Pittsburgh, and then October 30th is going to be in Charleston, West Virginia. I think that's going to be the challenge right there as far as Charleston goes, because that's a hard market in itself right there. Even though it is traditionally a wrestling area, it's typically
Flair country.
It is Flair country. Yeah, shout out to Ric Flair. It is. But it's typically dang already.
Not yet. He's kicked out.
Not yet.
He kicked out at 2.
He kicked out at 2. But that's going to be the test right there as far as whether or not they can sell out the same day. But even then, like if they can still sell out Charleston, that still shows you how much in demand AEW really is. And really, what this war on Wednesday nights is really turned out to be. It turns out to be this is going to be a really, really big deal. And who would have thought like a few months ago this wouldn't be an issue, because now we have more. Now speaking of the Wednesday Night War, we now know more details about NXT moving over to not FS1 as we said last week.
So that was what our sources said. We went with what our sources said. They're usually pretty spot on. But our producer's fired for that. Don't worry, guys. We don't give any of that fake news out that Donald Trump talks about.
No. We like to keep our sources as credible as possible. But yeah, so they're gonna go to USA instead, and they're gonna compete with AEW. In fact, they're gonna get a jump on AEW. As a matter of fact, September 18th is gonna be the first show on USA. It's gonna be a live show, and it's gonna be at Full Sail. And this is going to be interesting because NXT is going to be at Full Sail for now. So you're looking at an arena of 400 people minus AEW when they first run their first couple shows. We're in there in the thousands. Definitely going to see a big time difference as far as production and what it looks like in the ring.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look bad for NXT, I think, because you have AEW that has like this big building. And then you're going to have NXT that's going to look a lot more minor league compared to AEW. I think the scope of things, and people like casual fans that don't know, they just know that there's wrestling on Wednesdays now. It's going to look different for, people that watch Raw only.
Right. And it's going to be a change because Wednesday nights traditionally isn't a wrestling night. It's I mean, for a while you had Lucha Underground on Wednesdays, but it didn't really draw that big of an audience. SmackDown was on Wednesdays for a little bit, before it moved to Fridays and then moved to Tuesdays, and now it's moving back to Fridays. So it just seems like Wednesday is just like...
They've gone out of their way to stay away from Wednesday.
Absolutely. So this is going to be interesting to see. And yeah, definitely this Wednesday Night War is absolutely heating up.
I hate to say it, guys, but you heard it here first. I think it's over for AEW.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I think this is... NXT has they're gonna ride the back of the WWE name, obviously. It's gonna be on USA. I think Triple H has the book, which we're all confident in his ability, right?
Right, but the thing is though is that Vince, was Vince's move. He wanted to move it to USA.
Right. But I think he's gonna let Triple H have the book because all your indie darlings are essentially they're on AEW and NXT, right? Remember when NXT made that big talent rush?
Oh yeah.
Now we know why, right? This is perfect business for NXT, and I think just based on the established storylines for the people who are fans of NXT already, and the talent level that they have and the roster that they have, and I think with WWE's production value and the unlimited budget, obviously, I think this could spell a little bit of trouble for AEW.
I think you're dead wrong.
Okay, we'll see.
I think you're wrong because, like I said earlier, AEW is going to look a lot more professional than NXT running 400. What? How many people? 1,500 people.
The Full Sail runs about 400 people, and this is for now. So we don't know whether or not they're going to go on the road. More than likely, they may have to, depending on how they want to compete with AEW. Because another thing to factor in is that Triple H, for now, is going to run NXT.
But do you think Vince is going to let something that's going on USA Network to be not controlled by him? Vince is going to get all over this. They're going to 2 hours, which is going to overexpose NXT already.
It's live, right? They're
both going to be live, yeah.
AEW too?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be some good television.
But it's good for us.
Right.
And there's a lot of things about both shows is that out here on the West Coast, AEW is actually going to be live, so we're going to get it actual time, whereas NXT is going to be delayed for to be shown at 8 p.m. on the West Coast.
Wait, so it's what's AEW is going to be aired out 5? Or
I believe at 5. So
what?
5 to 7.
5 Pacific.
Oh, so they're going to be live on both coasts.
Yeah.
5 Pacific here, 8 Eastern.
Yeah.
Oh,
so like Raw.
Okay, yeah.
But I think the 2 hours is going to fuck them. I think they're going to
over for AEW too?
For both.
Yeah. But AEW, they've said we've only seen like 40% of their roster. They still have a lot more people. And, guys like Velveteen Dream, I like that I don't see him every week because when he does appear, it makes it more special. Same with a lot of other people that aren't on the show every week. I think this is going to show exactly how developmental they are when it's not just the Undisputed Era and, all the top guys. You're going to have to showcase guys like Damian Priest with his shitty song, and you're going to have to showcase Mansoor weekly now, not just in these one-off like squash matches. I think you're dead wrong, dude.
No, I don't know. I just have a gut feeling because I think WWE is going to be smart about it too, and they'll have like the sort of bubble type wrestlers who are huge on. I mean, like a Ziggler or Zayn or something like that.
They're going to definitely have to do.
They're
going to
leverage some of those moves because a lot of people who see them on Raw and SmackDown are going to be thirsty for them to succeed. And NXT is a perfect platform, especially since it's going to be its own little world now, right? It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be considered developmental anymore.
It is and it isn't at the same time.
They're still going to promo classes. They're still doing shit,
I hope.
And then on top of that, like, I don't know, it's going to take away from, I think, the prestige of like their championships if you have guys coming down, to fight Adam Cole, which, I mean, Dolph Ziggler and Adam Cole is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But that title's reserved for NXT talent, and then you're gonna see like Dolph Ziggler on Raw with like an NXT title. I don't know. I think that would be weird.
Which I think they should not do at all. Like if they're really serious about this brand split that's coming up in October, and they're gonna do a hard brand split, keep the SmackDown stars on SmackDown, keep Raw on Raw, and then since NXT is now going live, if you're gonna put people in NXT, keep them down there. You can cross promote them at first because you want to get NXT established as a show on Wednesday nights. That's perfectly fine. However, in the long run, you want to keep it a separate brand. You don't want these guys to be cross promoted on each show because eventually, in the end, if they do that, they're all one big brand, and there's no 3 brands. At this point, it's basically 3 brands.
Exactly.
Yeah, my thing is too, like, every NXT takeover is amazing, right? Regardless of like who's on it.
Yes.
So I just think. I mean, it may be hard to do it every week, but I think it's going to translate well in a live show on a cable network. I think they're ready for it. It's been time. And what do you think, like, Gargano is? I don't think he's leaving yet, huh?
I think they're going to put out all the call-ups on hold.
I think so,
they have to. Especially Adam Cole. He could be the face of, like, on the USA Network. He's a good-looking, charming guy. That whole faction, I think it's a pretty strong start for them already.
Or he could be the face of NXT and go up against his buddies.
Right. So
there's a lot of story that can be told there.
There is, and
it's good. It's a good time.
And just to go into details about the deal with USA. So it is over a course of a 2-year deal, and it's reported between $30 to $50 million per the Wrestling Observer.
That's
Jeez.
That's
That
not chump
is
change.
some nice chunk change right there. So to think that Vince is not going to get his hands on it is very misleading, because they're getting paid that much. They're getting that paid a lot of money from USA to do the show, and if they're not producing it, or USA is not seeing the results they're like, then we could see a change eventually happen. Vince may get his hands on him. Kevin Dunn may get his hands on it. We don't know how that's going to turn out to be. I mean, if we see anything from how Raw and SmackDown have been, well, I think that speaks for itself. But
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading something.
no, go for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because next thing you know, we could see NXT moving to FS1 or the Pursuit Network to go head to head with fucking TNA Impact.
Right.
But this is a good problem for us wrestling fans. If we weren't complaining already about too much wrestling, this is gonna be overload every single week. It's gonna fuck up our podcast schedule. It's gonna fuck up a lot of podcast schedules, I'm assuming.
What channel or when does Impact air?
Oh, I don't even know.
And see, that's the thing. Not a lot of people don't know when it airs or what channel it airs. And if they know what channel it airs, I'm sure not a lot of people get that channel.
I don't even know what channel the Pursuit channel is on.
Is it Pursuit?
I think
channel.
If yeah, and even then, like, for those that do have cable or satellite, do they even have that channel?
I don't know. I feel like when I hear the Pursuit channel, it's just like cops and
Right?
like, live pursuits around the country.
It's just 24/7.
And then we're all right. We're getting word from our producer. We're gonna have to cut away from this bank robber chase for TNA Impact. See Brian Cage take on
Whoever.
Johnny Impact.
Johnny Impact.
EC3. EC3 back.
and nothing against a talent in Impact, like, because I mean,
They got
from
some
Brian
talent.
Cage is the
they've
shit.
got some great talent in Impact. It's just that they're not being exposed. They're found on a channel that very few people may have or have even heard. So it's not a knock on them. It's just the way it's just the way the deal that Impact has with the Pursuit channel.
It says a lot when it's a lot easier to find WoW Women of Wrestling and New
Right.
Japan on Access, which is
Right.
a dope channel itself.
Right.
When I can't find Impact anywhere,
And here's another question with the move with NXT going to USA. How does this affect for the network? And the answer is that it's still going to be on the network. However, it's going to be a 24-hour delay, so you're not going to see it on Wednesday nights on the network. You're going to have to wait a full 24 hours to watch it on the network. It may not be a big deal for us in the U.S., but there's as far as the international viewers who do watch it on the network, they're going to have to wait an extra day.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks for them. I mean, I'm just gonna set my DVR. I think I'm gonna watch AEW live, and then I'll catch it.
Well, I guess
I don't have to go to the network anymore.
Right, for us, it's not that big of a deal. But there could be another question as far as, like, what about the international viewers? Are they going to try to get TV deals so that way they can get it out to them in time, or are they going to still have the network in the meantime?
Sorry to our Norwegian listeners out there. Our 2 Norwegian and 1 from Indonesia.
There he is.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
sorry, guys.
That sucks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome though.
Yeah.
It's literally gonna be back and forth. I feel like for some of this stuff, like when AEW has like a match I don't care about, I can switch to NXT and see,
Vice versa.
and see Damian Priest.
and this fall is going to determine whether or not we're entering a wrestling boom or a wrestling bust.
Well, I also think like the advertising is gonna be exciting again too. Like, remember when they would advertise for Raw, like, "Oh, tune in next week for blah 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 versus blah blah blah." I was so excited.
They're gonna have to step it up.
They're going to have to
Right?
step
I think
it up.
across all WWE. They're gonna have to step up their in-ring performance, and I don't know, man. I feel like they're already running the guys really thin as it is with
Right.
all the house shows, with which they're having to cancel a lot of them.
Yeah,
too lately.
that's true.
which is good. I mean, they need a break.
But they're gonna be expected to perform the same level as AEW and NXT guys. So
Well, hopefully
it'll be interesting.
the hard brand split will help conserve them, so you don't have Roman Reigns fucking on every
Come
single
October, yeah. But we'll see how that goes, and hopefully, if they're gonna do a hard brand split and it stays a hard brand split, none of this jumping to one show or another. None of the superstar shakeups or the super shows for now, which is what they plan on doing for now up until October. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of these guys interacting on both Raw and SmackDown up until October.
Interesting times.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading some.
No, interesting times for wrestling for sure. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Okay, so
what else we got, Dick? That was our main story.
yeah,
That's a big.
that's a huge story right there. So,
We'll put a poll out. What you guys think?
yeah,
you
we
think it's
want
over?
to hear what you guys think as far as this upcoming war. If you think it's gonna be a war to begin with, and if so, who's gonna win in the end? So we're gonna put that up in the next couple of days on social media. Ronda Rousey. This is kind of a yeah. I saw this. If you follow her on Instagram or any of her social media platforms, I'm sure you saw the photo. She
Dick,
was a.
Hold on one second. We're supposed to lead with the bummer story. Have you not learned anything this time? It's a joke.
Anyway, what happened?
Go ahead.
Wait, what happened though?
Every time Dick does the news, he says the bummer story first. I thought that's
okay.
what we're doing.
No.
Okay, we flipped it for this episode.
Oh. I lost my train of thought.
So Ronda Rousey.
Okay. Small tidbit of news right here with Ronda. If you follow her on social media, she was on Fox and Friends on. Was it? I'm trying to think.
What a Republican. I think she is a Republican though. Side note.
I think Travis Brown for sure is.
Yeah.
He's Hawaiian though.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's Hawaiian.
Was it Fox? Anyways, she was on a Fox show, and I think she was with what was she? She was doing something with like as far as shooting, right?
She was filming for a show called Fox's 911.
Fox's 911. There we go. And she had got involved in a freak accident, and and it happened to her middle finger, where it looked like it was nearly detached. It looked pretty
nasty.
brutal.
Oh, yeah. Her Instagram picture looked awful.
Yeah, if you get a chance to take a look at it, you'll see how bad it looked. But yeah, that was a pretty gnarly injury right there. But it looks like she's not going to come back to the ring anytime soon.
I mean, that's going to derail a little bit of it. According to her, she said she has 50% range of motion back in 3 days, but I don't see her locking up anytime soon.
Definitely not. I mean, the fact that she has even half of that range of motion is amazing in itself.
Oh, she has a plate and screws in her finger now just to save it because she pretty much almost lost it, which is scary. Why'd you leave wrestling? You wouldn't have lost it in wrestling.
Right? Dumbass.
That's true.
Is she still in contract or what's her deal? Is she?
I have no idea.
I think right now she's just taking a leave of absence. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I think her not being on Raw and SmackDown being in WWE has affected the women's division significantly. And we would talk about her and how she was not, she was still green in the ring, which she was. She was still green in the ring, but for her being there for that short period of time, I thought she did pretty well. Promo-wise, it could use a lot of work, but she was never a strong promo to begin with when she was in UFC. But her presence there made a huge difference because if you think about it, Becky Lynch got hot at SummerSlam, but it wasn't until she started feuding with Ronda where she became the man.
Yeah, Ronda definitely added like the brand name value, and helped, like you said, Becky Lynch become who Becky Lynch wanted to be. I think Sasha being back is a big enough name to kind of revitalize a little bit, give us something fresh, but I feel like they jumped into it way too fast as far as with Becky, because now we're off to the races, and how long is that feud going to go before it starts getting boring?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Absolutely. This is something I just found earlier today, and that is WWE. They are really strongly considering entering the podcasting business.
Boo.
So they're going to have their own podcasting network pretty soon, and it seems like they teamed up with Endeavor Audio, and it looks like that this is going to be it's actually become a reality as a matter of fact. And in fact, they did launch a public statement. Get this, I don't know if you've heard this part. And I'm using quotes. Storytelling is at WWE's core, and we are eager to add the audio genre to our portfolio. WWE Advanced Media Executive Vice President J.R. Dolan said. I thought that's pretty hilarious. Storytelling is at their core.
Whatever that means.
And whatever that means, I mean, whether it's good or bad.
J.R. Dolan, whatever his name is, you got to step your game up, bro, because this is WWE's biggest problem, I think. They're always like 10 years behind when something should have been done. Like,
yeah.
I mean, podcasting obviously is popular. We have a podcast. But if they wanted to launch their own network and get into like getting their own shows on a network, Podcast One already beat you to it. Conrad already has everything.
Right. Unless obviously WWE, if you want to take us.
Hey. We're listening.
Hey.
I don't mean to rag on you too hard.
Let's make a deal.
I think you guys are going to win the war, by the way.
J.R. Donlan.
Yes.
How you doing? But yeah, I mean, they're always so far behind the curve on a lot of things. When it comes to like, I don't know, Tout. Remember Tout?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was like a thing for a little bit, and like they tried to push it, but that was dumb. It wasn't a good investment.
It just didn't work out.
Their merch is always like way behind.
Yep.
Just a lot of the stuff that they do, like media wise, is not always like with the times.
Right.
They still have fucking Kid Rock coming out. You know, like
I think they just started selling like Roman Reigns fidget spinners, or something. So like, catch up. Come on, guys.
Or Braun Strowman Pogs.
Yeah, something like that, right? Like shit.
Oh man. But a few years ago, I mean, they did kind of tease the idea of having podcasts on the WWE Network. Obviously with the Stone Cold podcast.
Right. That was awesome though.
They did that for a while, but then that quickly got derailed after the Dean Ambrose interview. And once that interview had happened, then they kind of stopped using Stone Cold for his podcast, and then they even went with Mick Foley for a little bit. Even Chris Jericho had one show.
Yep.
But it just didn't work out for whatever reason.
See, but this is where I go back to how backwards they are. Like they just released a video version of a podcast, so it was an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
you can't call it a podcast if it's not like accessible from anywhere.
Right.
You know, I could just listen to it. I don't need to watch, Stone Cold stare a hole through Dean Ambrose's body. I can just listen to the podcast as I'm driving to work. I'm not going to have the network open so I can be playing. Get your shit together, guys. Come on.
Well,
And that is a shoot, brother.
Straight shoot.
Ooh.
What else we got, Dick?
Okay. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. It seems like on their social media they did make an announcement that they're getting engaged.
Just kidding. Happy for them. That's nice.
Yeah, that's good for them. I mean, I was never gonna get a chance with Becky Lynch.
I was never getting a chance with Seth, so
Yeah.
so we're fucked.
So yeah, for those that are Becky and or Seth fans, fanboys, fangirls, whatever, it looks like they're gonna tie the knot eventually. Which they got together back in March, right?
I think
Yeah,
they've been
it's pretty
official for like dating wise, but they've known each other for long enough. I mean,
They've known each other for a good while.
They might have like were banging before they like went official with it.
That's
thinking,
true.
Yeah, that could have been a thing.
So yeah, I mean,
They went from friends with benefits to engaged.
yes, I mean, good for them. I mean, that's. Hopefully, it doesn't go like the John Cena, Nikki Bella route.
Or most wrestling relationships, for that matter.
Macho Man and Elizabeth.
Right. Lex
Actually,
Luger.
maybe they could be like Brandy and Cody.
Oh yeah.
They're doing pretty good.
And these two actually seem like they love the business of professional wrestling. Unlike, John Cena always seemed like he has like kind of a bit what The Rock does, and when they want to do other things besides wrestling.
Oh yeah, especially now.
Right. So we'll see.
And it seems like they get along very well. I feel like they're both very likable people.
Mhm.
So congrats to them. I hope I'm invited to the wedding.
Yep.
These are my +2s.
Let's do it.
And yeah, congrats, guys.
I miss you guys.
What else we got, Dick? Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Tony Schiavone. We're gonna be seeing him in AEW.
What?
At least, well, that's the rumor. That's the rumor with Tony Schiavone.
For what role? Like full-time broadcaster?
I'm hoping he does what he did on Being the not Being the Elite. Was it Being the Elite? It was one of those shows.
Well, it was with AEW, like where they have like the remember back in the day with the old WCW reports. Like, they did, like, the backstage,
Like a
segments.
studio show.
Like the
Yeah,
studio
like a studio
reports,
show.
yeah. So he did show up a few weeks ago for like the studio reports. I think it was for Fight for the Fallen, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
It was for one of the shows. And
hyping up the matches,
hyping up the
storylines.
matches, hyping up the storylines. And we were still signed with MLW, so it looks like that He may still work with MLW, but he may work on a part-time basis with AEW. If that's the case, I think that's actually a win for it's obviously a win for Tony Schiavone because he's getting work. He's getting more work now than he has in a long time.
From being away from the business for like 10 years, to come back and like be like a major voice that's still like wanted and has a place, that's awesome for him.
Yeah, and I've always thought Tony Schiavone had a place in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know why he left to go like make sandwiches.
He did that, and he was doing minor league baseball.
Barista.
And he was doing minor league baseball as well.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was?
He was a minor league baseball announcer.
Times are tough, but I bet you he has a lot of that Ted Turner money, the billionaire Ted money still from WCW.
I don't know. Who knows?
After that Mick Foley putting butts in seats call,
Oh, yeah.
he probably
fucked up.
He probably fucked up pretty bad.
That was more Bischoff though, because Shivani was just merely doing his job and doing what he was told. So I can't fault Tony for that one, and even he knew he fucked up on that one.
Damn,
when
he's
Bischoff
young.
told
He's
him.
only 61. I thought he was 61 when he was shooting.
He's still a young
WCW.
dude. I mean,
he's been in the business for a long
he's been
time.
Yeah, good
he's
for
been in
you.
the business for at least 35 plus years.
Wasn't he? He was on a WrestleMania, right? Like WrestleMania 3 or something.
He was
way back.
He was he got hired around the end of 89 to the beginning of 90. He wasn't on WrestleMania 5. But he definitely was on he was definitely in the SummerSlam 89 and I think Survivor Series 89. He was on for a few pay-per-views but definitely not in any of the WrestleManias.
He was on Tony. He was on Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Was he in TNA?
He was in
Yeah,
TNA for a
but
little
he-
bit, but
yeah.
he wasn't announcing. He was more of like a minor character in TNA.
That's right. Yeah, he didn't. That didn't translate well.
That didn't translate well. He was only there for like a quick second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this guy has been in almost every major promotion for the past 30 years, and having him in AEW, that's, I mean, in a small role would help him out a lot. I mean, obviously not him as the lead play-by-play announcer. I think him and JR, if they were to work together, I think they're both two head guys that maybe may not mix very well. I think JR is perfect in the role that he's in at the moment. And just have Excalibur be the lead guy.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be too many cooks in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
To have like 3 lead voices
Yep.
at one time.
Is JR going to be the main voice of AEW?
I think it's going to be Excalibur.
I think it's going to be
it
be
has to
Excalibur.
Excalibur, it's his time. JR is kind of slow now.
Maybe just have JR as a color guy.
You're right. Or consultant or some shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be the lead.
Nope.
Anything else, Vic?
At this point, no, he doesn't have to be the lead.
Because he can still tell a good story. He just sounds kind of bored about it all.
Yeah, he's seen everything and done everything.
I think that, and also I think it's just too much for him to keep up to date because it is a different change of environment. He may not be as young as he's definitely not as young as he was back in the day. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. There's some miles on that guy. Did you see that CM Punk at StarCast is going to be on pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's great. The interviews, I didn't get that. Is he gonna wrestle or just an interview?
Just an interview, a podcast, what WWE would call it.
What the fuck?
So I don't know how much it's going to be, but they're like, get ready for another pipe bomb coming this August 31st. He's got a live microphone and he's uncensored. Oh. I thought I was buying a porno for a little bit.
You thought it was a CM Punk porno, right?
CM porno, dude.
I watch that for sure.
Would you?
Yeah, well, it depends who it's with, but I'm pretty. If it's who with I think it is, then yeah,
AJ?
yeah, I'm 100%
Styles?
Even more.
The phenomenal fuck.
There you go. I'm 100% into that.
The phenomenal blowjob.
Ooh.
All right, guys. So let's get into Raw. How are your brackets looking for the King of the Ring? Mine's busted.
Mine's pretty good, and my winner's still alive. I think I might win, dude. I'm telling you guys.
What did you go with?
I went. Who won overall?
Well, how's your bracket's still alive? You haven't lost anything?
I only lost one, but
Okay, so you're busted.
It's not going to be crucial to my eventual winner.
Well, my boy's still in it.
Who's your boy? Who'd you pick?
Andrade.
Oh yeah, he's still in there, huh?
I don't think he fought. Did he get?
Oh
Yeah,
what?
he fought on SmackDown.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
he's in there still. still alive. But I had Joe. I had Cesaro going over Joe, and I already
Whoa,
I
you
fucked up
did?
there. I thought Cesaro was gonna have a good run.
Oh,
at
I
the
see
King
what
of
you're
the
saying.
Ring.
Like, okay, he's going to NXT. See ya. But yeah, I think I'm still okay. I like that. The only one that I lost was Kevin Owens. So I still have my winner alive, which is Buddy, in case you guys are wondering. And then Cedric won, right? So that one's kind of surprised me that that's still alive.
Yeah. But what did you guys think of Raw? Did you guys watch Raw?
I didn't get a chance to watch Raw this
some
week.
of it.
Raw actually had some good moments. I was really just excited for the King of the Ring. I didn't really care about all the other stuff. Let me see.
Yeah, this week has been very, very busy for me. I had time to watch SmackDown, but not Raw in itself. I just was able to watch the clips for Raw. But
Hulu version.
Man, not even Hulu version. I've been busy all week, dude.
Oh yeah, the big thing that really teed me off is the whole. I guess you guys are probably gonna agree, maybe, but I think that Braun winning the tag team.
Oh
titles
my God! Let's
without
talk about
Nicholas.
Yeah,
Come on.
I feel bad
I
for
saw
Nicholas.
that. I saw the highlights of it.
The fact that they have this new stable that was exciting, and we're like, dude, we can build up the OC. Like they've been kind of shit on this whole time, but like now they're like a force. And we can get them to like showcase and like have like a real faction, and then they fucking make them lose to. By the way, Braun Strowman had 2 title matches in one night, both unearned, which I'm upset about.
Fuck that guy.
But yeah, I mean, why would you do that to the OC? They didn't need to do that. The titles don't need to be a part of the Universal title. The Universal title is already the biggest thing they have. Like you don't need to add more titles to the thing. That's why their titles are garbage now.
I hope they lose this week back to the OC, because obviously there's gonna be a feud between.
But then you're hot potato in the titles and you make them more shitty.
Yeah, but I mean, I just hate the fact that they're giving all the gold to Seth right now. I mean, he's good. He just beat Brock Lesnar, so like
he doesn't need the tag
Yeah.
He doesn't need the tag team belt,
it's
right?
bullshit.
I agree with you guys on that too as well.
They're teasing the storyline where Braun, like, they're the dysfunctional tag team.
Right.
So basically, Braun got a U.S. title, a tag team title, and an eventual Universal title match all in one night, pretty much.
Bullshit.
He keeps looking at the Universal title like it's supposed to mean something. Where like they're talking and he's like staring at the Universal title like it's a naked lady on the TV or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think they needed to do that especially to the OC, because they literally just started them off, like put a rocket on them.
Right. They were actually doing. I mean, they are still like. I mean, sure they lost, but it was a good match overall. But like, I think hopefully they just keep that momentum with the club, OC, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and it's been done so many times as far as having the rivals be paired up as champions. We've seen it happen with John Cena and Shawn Michaels back in 2006. That to me is obviously the most obvious example of that. For a little bit, we had John Cena and The Miz. Speaking of John Cena, back in 2011, it's been done. It's been done enough times. We all know where this is going to lead to.
Austin and Michaels also had a run too.
There you go. It's been done. It's not necessary, and Clash of Champions isn't really until September 15th. So we got a few weeks left to go as far as what they're going to do, as far as whether or not they're going to keep the belts on them, or when are they going to lose the belts is the better question.
Yeah, I mean, now they're going to tell the story of, it's not about that tonight. Tonight we're defending the titles against whoever. I don't even know any other tag teams on the Raw.
Right.
But it's unnecessary. That's all I got to say about that. I'm upset. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And it not only does it hurt the tag team division itself, because it's just another thrown together tag team that has titles now.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Man.
I don't agree with it at all.
At least like let them have the comeuppance and the schmaz or something, or at least the OC gets to hold the titles. Like you don't need to give them the title.
Yeah, because it was a good visual, especially
right.
if you're building them back up. I don't know.
Whatever.
Cesaro and Joe actually had a really good match, though.
As you would expect from two.
I wouldn't expect it from any less than those two.
Samoa Joe advances in the King of the Ring tournament. But yeah, really solid match. That would be one match I would say to go back and watch. I called it last week. We're getting a Dominic infusion with Rey Mysterio. Rey's talking about how he wants to. He's thinking about retiring, and Dominic comes in. He's like, "No, don't leave WWE. I always dreamed that we'd have a match to, I would be your tag team partner." So it looks like they're going to go that route. I think Dominic, he's going to skip NXT and go straight to the main roster.
How old is that fool?
Dude, he's like 21, something like that.
Damn, let me say it would be fucking. Oh, he is Mexican.
Yeah.
Well, because when Dominic went on, was at SummerSlam, he was about 8 or 9 or so. And that was back in 2005. So yeah, he's definitely he's an adult now. Man, that was a long time ago.
We're old, dude.
Jesus
Dang.
Christ, man.
Fuck you, Dominic.
He kind of looks like a Mexican version of Walter.
Yeah,
I seen a meme about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they have the same like head, the same like chubby face.
they do, right?
I'm trying to see how old that motherfucker is.
It looks like the Revival and Randy Orton are going to be a thing now going against the New Day. Best part about this whole thing, Randy Orton, gets the DQ finish for the match. They beat down the New Day. They beat the fuck out of the New Day. They do a move to Xavier Woods' like knee. It looks like they
Wooden
like popped
leg.
his knee out. Yeah, and the best part about it was Randy was holding Kofi, and Kofi was selling it. Xavier was selling it. They basically made him watch them break the dude's leg.
Storytelling.
Something. It's something. It's not just give them the titles, make them.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
And then also advancing in the King of the Ring tournament is Sami Zayn. It was a really quick match against Cedric Alexander. Actually, take that back. Sami is out of the King of the Ring tournament. Cedric Alexander advancing.
Fuck yes.
Natalya cuts a weird promo in the back, and this is how bad they treat Natalya. The audience was just wutting her the whole time, and she's like trying to talk about how much her dad meant to her, and the whole night. And then Sasha comes in and beats the fuck out of her,
Which I'm all about.
Oh yeah, dude, I love the mean streak in Sasha. I think it's so awesome. The best line of the night. I'm gonna give line of the night.
Here he goes.
To Sasha Banks. She says, "You can go to hell, Natalya, and tell your dad I said hi when you get there."
Boom.
Woo! Roasted.
Yep.
Classic wrestling heel tactics right there.
Bringing real life.
And I mentioned last week, like, do you consider that to be, wrestling is like when they involve dead people? Is it bad? Is it good? It doesn't even matter for that. Doesn't even matter for that case.
I think a true carny wrestler would be totally fine with it. I know a lot of people have problems with it. I don't have a problem with it. Now, if we're talking Chris Benoit, obviously we don't need to have that fucking.
I think that's a different discussion in itself, right there. Different circumstances.
But I think Jim the Anvil would. He grew up in the business. I think he would be honored to like still be talked about.
Rest in peace. For real.
R.I.P. Respect.
Yep. See you in hell.
That was pretty much Raw. I mean, I wrote more notes, but it's a lot of it was time wasting. I feel like.
Yeah, and it shows on the ratings as well. Like for this Raw, it was down than normal. And I went ahead and went back and looked at the past Raws for the past couple of years around the same time frame. And the one thing that's been consistent is that there is a decline. There's a decline.
Season. It's getting to slow season.
And we're getting to football season as well.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be another test as well because we saw what happened last year. And Raw was up higher last year, and then we saw it hit its lowest numbers in 20 plus years.
Yeah, I mean,
how is this going to turn out for this season?
Maybe switch Raw to Wednesdays.
I mean,
so I'm gonna have head to head with Monday Night Football.
That's another thing. That's another reason why they made the move to Wednesday. That's why you can also make the argument and say why both AEW. Well, first of all, NXT was established to be on Wednesdays to begin with. That's been established for a while. And I think that's the reason why AEW decided to go on Wednesdays as opposed to Mondays because you're right, football. There's no football on Wednesdays.
I mean, they might have a Thursday Night Football.
They have
thing,
Thursday
but
Night
not
Football,
Wednesday.
but not Wednesday.
Oh, I forgot. Fuck. Another huge moment on Raw. Baron Corbin is wrestling in a tank top now.
Well,
He doesn't look like a waiter anymore. He looks like a waiter that just got off his shift and is going to go work out at the gym.
All
It's
right,
basically like
good
a
for
wife
him.
beater.
He's like, fuck it, I'll take off my work shirt.
Yeah, he was in a match, but whatever.
Fuck him.
Let's get into SmackDown. What'd you guys think of SmackDown?
My boy, my winner defeats Daniel Bryan. Are you kidding me?
Dude, another good match from Buddy Murphy.
I'm telling you, he's it.
I'll say this: the King of the Ring matches on SmackDown were very good.
I think what's his name, Brian Campbell said he's WWE's answer to Kenny Omega, which is high praise.
That's really high praise, but
I can see
I can see it for sure.
Yeah.
I could see it now. I mean, he's very talented. He's definitely underutilized and underrated because we haven't seen the real Buddy Murphy, what he can really do. But in his match with Daniel Bryan, I think we saw glimpses of it.
And Daniel Bryan was so excited to put him over.
Absolutely.
He's not like Roman or whatever how they book Roman. Like, oh, no, you can't beat him. Daniel Bryan's like, fuck yeah, give me your finish. I want it.
And he's got some big-ass titties,
Oh, dude, his chest day every day.
Dude.
He's a
chest and, like, his shoulders are...
Yeah,
he's a big
weird.
dude. He is not 205.
Yeah, he's shaped really weird.
Yeah. We can go to the King of the Ring tournament. Andrade, my boy, my winner, El Idolo, wins, beats Apollo Crews.
That's your winner, right? That
is my King of the Ring.
Dick, I forgot. Who's your pick for the whole thing?
I picked Drew.
Drew?
Not me.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, when'd you enter?
I'm on the IR right now. Drew McIntyre. Who do you got winning?
Buddy.
Damn, 3 different choices.
But
I know.
But
it's gonna be Elias. Watch.
But in my final, I do have Buddy making it to the final. The thing is, though, I did start my bracket late though because I didn't get a chance to get onto it until Tuesday. And then when I saw Buddy defeat Daniel Bryan, I'm thinking to myself, man, this could be a potential storyline where Buddy Murphy may end up being the Cinderella and he may end up making it to the final.
He's no Cinderella anymore. He's had 2 great matches.
I could see that.
Two of the bestest.
Because Daniel Bryan's eliminated. And then as we get later on in the show, there was another qualifier match.
Daniel Bryan's not in the King of the Ring. That was just a match.
Yeah.
He wasn't?
No, it was just a match.
I could have sworn it was a King of the Ring match.
No, it was.
Daniel Bryan don't know you be no King of the Ring.
It was. Who was it? Oh, Kevin Owens and Elias was one match, and Andrade and Apollo was.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
right.
I'm sorry.
Apollo had no shot. Let's be real, guys.
I mean,
he had no shot. You're right.
Poor Apollo. He deserves so much more.
He does, but he can't. He's more okay. He's perfect for AEW.
For sure.
That kind of person is a AEW guy, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know what they do with him because they really have no plans for him unless he's chasing after that 24/7 title.
Prestigious.
Prestigious. 11-time winner, R-Truth. In like what, a month?
Yeah, he's going for it. He's coming for you, Rick.
He's going for. I'm predicting he's gonna finish that title when he retires. He's gonna hold the 24/7 title 247 times.
Hopefully.
What else happened? Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's right.
Kevin Owens wants to talk about that fine. And it looks like him and Shane are gonna be, they were gonna go a certain direction with this storyline. However, Shane McMahon is a McMahon, ends up screwing him over, and my bracket is busted again because I had Kevin Owens winning that match.
That's the only
Elias.
one I thought too out of the first round matchups. Like, oh, there's no way this motherfucker loses.
I thought they were gonna screw him later, not right off.
Like
the
toward
bat.
the end. I thought so too. I thought he was going to make it all the way to the finals, as a matter of fact.
That would have been a greater story, I feel like, than just jobbing him out the first match, especially to Elias. I don't know. I feel like
they could have waited for Shane to screw KO at the end. Because I think they jumped the gun way too soon with that. Because now, what are they going to do between now and it looks like Clash of Champions if they're going to have another match? I was thinking, just save it for Hell in a Cell, and then after that, be done with it because they've done this enough times already.
Yeah, especially with the Shane and the putty patrol that Shane has in who was it? Elias. It wasn't like the Singh brothers or some bullshit.
Who was that?
It was the Revival was part of it. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. So
which I think is Drew's lost a lot of stock since siding with Shane.
Big time. That's why I don't think Drew has a chance, but I don't think it's a great chance.
He missed his shot.
For sure, he missed it, or
over.
they missed it. Whatever they missed,
right.
Someone missed the boat for sure. Because now Elias is on that boat now.
I still think he's gonna win King of the Ring though.
I actually think I got him picked to lose next round.
Who?
Drew.
Really?
Yeah, I think I had him losing early. Let me look, but I didn't really see a hope for him.
Yeah, I had Cesaro and Ricochet both advancing, and Cedric and Corbin advancing on Raw, and then I had Kevin Owens and Buddy Murphy advancing, and then Chad Gable and Andrade advancing. I don't know. I feel like
had Drew losing in the first round.
damn, really?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
to
no, I did too.
Ricochet, right?
Yeah.
Did Drew beat Ricochet? He did, right?
No,
They
that
haven't
match will
wrestled
be
yet.
next week.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
have him
wrestled,
losing. I have him losing in the first round. He don't need it. He's already big.
Yeah.
I think Ricochet needs it more.
I don't think Ricochet really needs it either.
Traditionally, when it comes to King of the Rings, it's typically a heel gimmick.
Right, but Joe won, so my logic is Joe's not losing, and Joe has to go over on a face, and I think Joe's gonna go pretty far. He's in my final actually, so I put Joe versus Ricochet, and Joe destroys Ricochet.
Man, I wish we could have done a giveaway for
I know,
if
whoever gets it
anyone
right.
predicted the whole
so
thing
you think
right.
so you're saying that it's gonna be Buddy Murphy,
Right.
okay, and you're saying it's gonna be Andrade.
Andrade.
Okay, it could be.
Who
Yeah,
did Bobby pick?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Bobby picked Baron Corbin to go all the way.
Hey, if he fucking wins,
You might win. You never know, dude.
I could totally see that happening, and it's so
Unfortunately, I can too.
depressing.
Shit. He's definitely winning the first round match.
You think so?
Yeah, against the Miz.
Yeah, I picked that too.
Yeah, I could see that.
The Miz is on like I'm put people over mode right now.
Dude, right?
Yeah, it's sad.
Who did he got in an argument with? Who did he
Sami Zayn and
with
Nakamura.
Sammy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing that happened on SmackDown.
That's a big thing, actually.
Sami
yeah.
Zayn is now going to be the manager of Nakamura, which is a weird thing. But he's like, he doesn't speak any English. I can speak English for him. So I guess that's going to be a thing. If anything to get Shinsuke more over, I'm all for, because he definitely can put in a good match if he's motivated to.
Right, and if they write him a good match.
Exactly, and not just like you're an artist, you're a rock star.
Like, what is
Like,
this?
no,
shit?
just let him go out and be himself. He can do it himself. He doesn't need all that.
Yeah, chill out.
And then we got the culprit. We
Oh
were
my
teased all night. We were gonna get the culprit. Dan O'Brien found the guy that tried to run Roman over, and it was just a Rowan, like a Bizarro Rowan,
like a doppelganger version of Erick Rowan. And the guy was pretty much in the room the entire time with the burlap sack on his head.
It looked very ISIS.
It did look very
It's like-
ISIS. and
I thought they were gonna chop his head off for a little bit.
and then the show, and then SmackDown ends with Roman in the back.
Looking all stupid.
with-
They were all just looking
They were
at
all
each
looking
other.
at each other like, okay,
I love that I saw Brian biting his lip because he wanted to laugh so hard.
yes.
It's so stupid.
Even he's realizing this is fucking dumb.
I hated it, but I loved it too because it's so stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch next week because just to see how more stupid
It's
they can go.
it's such a cliffhanger.
They got me. I was like,
Makes
oh,
no sense.
Are they going to be in the same position next Tuesday?
I hope.
I think, fuck, it's too early to blow it off.
Yeah, they gotta like build it till at least Clash of Champions or something.
That's what the goal is.
They haven't had a match, right? They were supposed to have the Roman Reigns.
And they did have a match a few years ago.
No, I mean like they were supposed to do it at SummerSlam, right? Like a blow off of some sort, or
like the beginning of a feud.
yeah.
I say next week they get the forklift driver. Like, this was the guy driving the truck, and this is the guy driving the forklift. It wasn't us.
Just go totally absurd with it.
Oh,
Like,
get stupid with it now.
Yeah, then I'm in.
Because that's entertaining, guys. That's
It was
that's
his doppelganger Dennis Bryan.
it was Roman.
Yeah. I
I was trying to think of something else that's Rowan.
It's hard.
Rowan's brother, Browan. There it is.
Or Ivar Rowan.
You guys got anything else? That was pretty much Raw SmackDown week.
Week in wrestling.
It was a weird week, kind of a slow week.
And you know what? I like these slow weeks in wrestling.
Oh, it's so nice.
Especially after the past couple weeks that we've had. It was just like I was in such a huge wrestling overload that I needed to like have this nice little break, and it feels great that come August 31st though it's gonna end. It's gonna be a very busy weekend for myself.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh fuck, That's next weekend. Huh? Oh, we'll do our predictions next week.
What's
Yeah.
next weekend?
All Out.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, that crept up.
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah, we got
crept up.
All Out. We
It's a
got
cold card up on my-
NXT UK, Cardiff, and then we also got.
Oh shit, they got that
We got
too.
the New Japan show that's happening in London. So there's gonna be a lot of wrestling going on next weekend as well.
And then October, it's gonna be fucking on. So enjoy this while you can,
Right.
boys, because weeks like this aren't gonna be very often. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for listening, downloading, telling your friends, telling your neighbors, telling your friends' neighbors. We'll be back next week with another week of hot, sizzling takes on this week in wrestling. If you want to follow me, my name is Andrew, a.k.a. The Mez. It's me, A3K, on all social media platforms. Dick, hit him with it.
There you go.
Wait, what?
I got nothing.
Follow me at Byron Pagdilao Drums on IG and Byron Pagdilao Facebook. Blah blah blah.
You guys just played a show,
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Electric West?
Yeah.
Where's my record?
At shit, I totally forgot.
Fuck, every week, dude.
Remind me at the Electric West at what's that? Instagram again.
Yeah. You don't have an Instagram, Dick?
Dick's
Not-
FW.
Nah, I don't.
Okay. Dick doesn't have an Instagram. He's lying now. Thank you guys so much for listening again. We'll be back next week. We are the new World Order Professional Podcasting, and we will see you next week.